Hi, and welcome to my walkthrough for Scratch Junior. Now, this is a really fun app which introduces basic coding and computer command usage. It's really fun. You can make scenes, you can make stories, you can make little movies, and there are endless possibilities. So I hope you enjoy.
App, just so you can see, the Scratch Junior app looks like this cat right here. That is the Scratch Junior app, and you can get that on any device. Alright, this is what your screen will look like the first time you open it, and now I want to add a project. So I'm going to push this white sheet of paper right here and add a new project. Now, when you open a new project, you will always start with this cat, but I don't want the cat. So if I push down on the thing that says cat, you see it dancing now with a red X, I can get rid of the cat. So I'm going to start by adding a new background, and the way we do that is by pushing this photograph up here at the top, and that shows us all the uploaded backgrounds. Now, I can also add my own background if I wanted. If I push one of these blank ones at the top, a blank one will come up like that. Oh, that isn't what I wanted. Now, let's see. So, yes, and then I'm going to push the paintbrush right here. Instead of double-clicking it, I push the paintbrush. Now, that will bring my back canvas. Now, you see on the right-hand side here, there's a camera. Now, if I want to make a picture of maybe I want to do my backyard. Let's turn it around so it's not me. Oh, you can see my screen. But I could take a picture out my window. There. And I could use that as my backyard, as my background if I wanted to. So that would be the background for my scene I'm going to code. Now, I don't want that today. I want to do a different one. I'm going to do the Fairyland scene because I was working on a little story. And so I was thinking it would be fun for us to make a little story up on our app. So the first thing I need is a character. And so I'm going to be the character in my story. Now these people down here with the blank faces, that means you can add your face. So you see the people in the cars with the blank faces, the astronaut, the boat, the diver, the Eskimo, the people on the bikes. You can add your faces to those with the camera. So I'm going to do this one and I'm going to add my face. So once you click the person that you want, you can edit it with the paintbrush. So if I push the paintbrush at the top, now you'll see her blank face. So I'm going to touch, well first of all, I'm going to click on the top and I'm going to change the name to Mrs. Finnegan. There I am. Okay. I guess I should have some capital letters as it's my name, shouldn't I? Let's see. There we go. There we go. Mrs. Finnegan. Okay, so now I want to take that down. I want to click on the camera on the right-hand side here. You see how that's gone brown. And then I touch the face. And now I want to put my face in there. So I'm going to look at my camera, I'm going to smile, and I'm going to push this white camera at the bottom here of my screen. So there's my face in there. Not the best picture, but that's okay. I'm going to keep the hair brown. Now if I click on the paint pot, you see at the bottom on the right hand side there, that's gone orangey colour. I'm going to pick my skin colour. There we go. Let's change that. I'm going to change my t-shirt. So if I keep it on the paint pot, it changes all of it. I can do the lines too. Let's see if I can change my face. Ooh. Redo my picture now. There. Alright. I'll keep everything else the same. So there I am on this. There's me in my world. Now I feel like I'm a little bit too big for my world right now. So if I push on these different things along here, you'll see different options come over. And you'll remember if you did my coding with sandcastles, you might recognize some of these blocks. So I'm going to go to the person one. And now if you'll see, there's different ones. This one right here where you see the person getting smaller, I'm just going to put that in and just shrink myself down one side. And then I take it back out and that's gone. Now I can move my character wherever I want. Now, also in my story that I'm making, I am going to have a fairy. So I know that there's a little fairy in here. Now, I'm going to add her, and she can stay just as she is. So when you're looking at who you want to control, you want to make sure that they are highlighted on the edge here on the left-hand side, so you know who you're telling to do what. So I'm going to go to my fairy, and you'll see she's also down here at this side. I'm going to make her really small, because she's going to be a tiny fairy at first. Okay, that's as small as I can make her. Then I'm going to move her over here, like that. So, now I want to make my character here move. So first of all, I have to tell her when to move. So this is my command here. So I'm going to say when I push the green flag. Now you can push down on things. Oh, see, look, I made a mistake because look, I'm on the fairy right now. So I'm going to take that off and make sure I'm on me. See, now I see my picture right here. So when I push the green flag, and if you push and hold, it will tell you when start on Tap Miss Finnegan, start on bump, start on orange message, send orange start message. So you can have them start on different things. These ones have other options, so you can have it different colors. Alright, so I'm going to have mine start when I push the green flag. And I want to walk, but we see that this isn't quite straight. So this is the arrow is my movement tile. So if I push the blue arrow here on my choice bar, I'm going to have myself move, and I want to move to the right because this is the direction I want to travel, so I can bump into my fairy. And now I'm going to go right and then up, and if I push play, see I kind of move like that. And I'm going to move this. Now the numbers at the bottom tell us how many places they move. Just like with BB-8 in our coding thing we did before, the numbers, you got to tell them how many places to move. So I'm going to do it this time. I'm going to do maybe 5. So I can push this arrow at the top with the arrow with the X. That's my reset button. And I push my green flag. See how I'm kind of sinking again? So I'm going to make this a little bit less. I'll make that 3. And then I'll add another up and another across. And now I'll make that one 5. Let's reset and see where I get to now. See, now I can kind of walk across the top of the branch. I think I might go up one more time and then across maybe 5 more. Like that. See, I've gone up, across, up, across. So, let's see how that works. Reset. Da, 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 da. Perfect. And see, I just about touched the fairy, which is what I wanted. Now you see, I did a lot of repeating there. I don't know if you remember from our coding video last time. When I repeat code over and over, if I don't want to keep typing it out, I can put it inside a loop. Now see, a loop is what this is called in coding terms, but it makes it repeat. So if I take this out, now how many times? Let's say 3 times. So instead of all these pieces, I could do it inside of a loop. Now because I'm looping it, I might have to change it a little bit. Let's see. See, I didn't quite make it. So what I could do is maybe make this a couple more, and then it will do it 3 times, and that might get me there. Let's see. Oh, see, that got me a little too far. So maybe we only loop it twice. Let's try that. So a lot of coding is trial and error. We have to see what works and what doesn't. So that didn't quite get me there enough. So I could do maybe 6. Perfect. So what I could also do is, oh no, I don't want to delete my fairy. Just move my fairy a little closer. So now I'm going to go into my fairy. Now I want her, when bumped, so you see this one? This is the 2 bumping into each other. So when my character touches the fairy, I want her to grow. So I'm going to push the person, and I want it to grow, blub, 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 like that. So let's see how that works. Reset, push the green flag, here I am walking along, touch the fairy, and she grows. Oh my goodness, she grew quite a lot though. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take the grow out, reset. I'm going to have her reset size. So that one will just take her back to her normal size. Otherwise she's going to be a giant fairy. There. So, and then what I'm going to have happen, see how you can see I'm touching her and this isn't stopping. We can just put a stop in here. Stop. There. Whew. Stop that for a second so it stops. What's going to happen next is I want my character's going to be surprised. Because wouldn't you be surprised if you were walking in the woods and all of a sudden you bumped into a fairy and she grew in front of your eyes? I know I would be. So I'm going to have my character jump. Oh, I'm going to have it hop in one spot and then jump backwards. So this is my hop. So if you hold on to the things, it tells you. So now, if we reset, let's see, because I think we're going to have to do some problem solving here too. So, whoop, there. So I'm going to see how it's still flashing. So I'm going to change my jump back 1 step to jump back 2 steps. Let's see if that works better. There, perfect. See, now I can say something to the fairy. You can even add a sound effect. So, I wonder if I could add also in here, when bumped, I could add a sound. Now, this is the pop sound, so I could do that and just play a pop sound. But I want to make my own sound, so I'm going to go to the one with the dotted line around it, and I'm going to make a sound. So what will happen is when I push record, it will record whatever sound I make during that record time. So if you have people in the background, it will record them too. Because my daughter gets very frustrated when she can hear her sister in her recordings. So I'm going to say like a surprised sound. Ah! And then I push the check mark, and now that should play at the same time. Let's see. Push my flag. Ah! It always makes me laugh. So, what I also want to do is add to this fairy a magic sound. Because there should be some magic, shouldn't there, if a fairy got bumped. So we can also add a when bumped for the fairy. She can make a sound. And I'm going to do a magical kind of sound. It's going to go like this. Record. Alright, let's see. We'll reset. Do 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 do. Ah! So there we go. Now, I want my character to speak to the fairy. So I'm going to go touch my character. Now my character is highlighted. Now I don't want to add it to the sound one. I'm going to add it on the rest of my loop. And I'm going to have her say, here, so see this where it says hi and a speech bubble? That's my speech cue. And she's going to say, oh. Hello. And she's going to be kind of puzzled, so she's going to have a little question mark because she's not sure what's going on. All right. So now, when my character bumps in, ah! Oh, hello. So now, I got to go to my fairy because she's going to respond. Now, I want to take off my stop that I put there temporarily earlier. Alright, so I have 2 separate layers here, so I want to keep it onto my movement, but I don't want the fairy to talk over me and while I'm jumping, so I have to tell my fairy to wait. So see this stopwatch? This is my wait key. So I'm going to tell her to wait. I'll start with 10 seconds. Let's see how that goes. And she's going to say, Mrs. Finnegan, we have been looking for you. She's going to be kind of panicked, so she's going to have an exclamation point there. All right, should we try it and see how it looks? There we go. All right, so I've finished my first scene, and we can tell her to stop so she doesn't keep trying to do something else for right now. So, and then I can have my person. What do you think Mrs. Finnegan would say? I'm going to have her to wait, so she knows to wait while the fairy's talking. So if I go to the command keys here, I'm going to have her wait, and just a 10-second wait should be good. And then I'm going to push the person, get the purple tile and say, really? Question mark? Mrs. Finnegan is quite confused by this. And so then the fairy, so they're not speaking at the same time. I have to have her wait a little bit too. Otherwise they'll just keep talking over each other and no one can have a conversation if they're talking over each other. So I'm going to have her wait 10 more seconds, and we can always change that if it's... she's going to say, yes, please follow me. Like that. All right, let's see how it goes. Here I am walking, just enjoying the... Let's see what's happening there. So I need less time for my fairy to be waiting here. So I can change the timer. See how it's 10 at the bottom? I'm going to change that down to 5 and see if that makes it any better. Do, 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 do. Still taking a while, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to leave that like that because I don't want to mess with it too much. I can change the time a little bit less. 2, if I wanted to. Let's try it. We'll do 2 seconds. But that's probably not going to be enough now. Let's go with 3. Okay, so next is I want them both to walk off the screen.
Now we have done our first scene. If you would like to see how to make them move into the next scene and add another scenario, follow on for the next video.